Okay, and welcome to the 8th round, I believe, of the RIZE Racing League. Tonight we have one of the most famous tracks in all of F1 history, apart from maybe a few. We have the famous Silverstone circuit in Britain. A very, very good track and a very tough one to beat round this one. We're going to be expecting a lot of carnage tonight, a lot of skill being shown tonight, and everything and above will be shown tonight as well. I'm hoping for a good race as much as you guys are. We're going to see some thrills, some chills, and mainly some spins. So let's kick us off straight away with the standings report. Okay, so far from last race, we have some changes in the league. We have obviously seated Prune in the Aston Martin at 117 points, but with Niemiec Gert catching up very fast on that 113 points, just 5 points difference, and this could be the game changer tonight, where we see Haas drivers overtake the single Aston Martin right now. Then we have Carson Arnold, the other Haas driver, a very good driver nonetheless. Always had a good qualifying, but his race pace tends to veer up and down. He always had a bit of bad luck normally, either a spin or a knocked front wing. It can be anything normally, but it always does tend to knock him down every so often. Hopefully we won't see anything like that. We see some good work from tonight and some good teamwork like we saw in Austria with his recent rapport. Next in 4th place we have Hypnotic, a very good bit of up and coming right now. We're starting to see him really flourish in this league, and from not the best start, he's really come up and shown what he can do. Then we have obviously the 2 Mercedes that have recently just joined. Happy to see them being, well, not just joined, but just promoted from Division 2. They're a good pair of bunch, and they're in the Mercedes seats. They're both 5th and 6th in the league right now, with just a 1 point difference, 79 and 78. Flawless taking the lead by his teammate, but both drivers are very impressive. I have seen them around the circuit and they're a good pair to beat. Next we have KR12. A bit of a drop off from his recent win in Azerbaijan. I think everything really was going up high, and there's a bit of a drop off recently, but I'm hoping for some fireworks tonight from him. Infinite coming in at 9th. We have a very large drop off there at 47 points. And I do hope for some good stuff tonight. And the only McLaren right now, TXH Kraken, in 10th place with 44, sorry. Will we see some fireworks tonight? Maybe an upset? We don't know yet, but I'm hoping for something good. It just all matters on what's going on here, really. But then we move on to the constructors. We'll do top 5 of the constructors. Obviously the Haas really taking it by storm with last week's race. 221 points right now on the board. You can't really beat those numbers realistically. It's a tough one. Mercedes though are there to show that they're going to put up a good fight, the newly promoted team. They're going to put up a fight and really show what they can do, overtaking Williams by just 1 point right now. Really an up-and-comer, but I don't know if they're going to be able to, obviously with joining late, they are still proving to us that they can do it, but I don't know if they're going to have enough in their tank to go all the way. It's just going to be one of those things where we're going to have to wait a season long and see what goes on realistically. The Williams of KR12 and Tommy Ladd, bit of a drop off realistically, not what we're expecting to see, and we're hoping for some more fireworks. Like I said, they've really lost their they're a really good charge going, and they've dropped off, so to speak, and you don't want to be seeing that recently. In your racecraft, you want to be always trying to just improve on the next big thing. You want to be the next big thing, and hopefully look to snag any sort of attention coming your way, and really just show that you can do it as a constructor. Obviously, with today's race on Sunday, I'll not comment on that, so to speak, but a very good one nonetheless. Next, we move down to the Aston Martin, who's dropped off again, 143 points now, which is doing good. He's really the Aston Martin of Brune is really carrying that team towards the finish line. And moving on, we're hoping to get a new guy in there, but we just don't know. And it looks to be Alpine, who are in the 133rd points. They're in 5th place, and that's the final one we'll look at tonight. So, drivers to keep your eye on tonight. We've had a few good people that I've seen popping up and down around. Someone like maybe Flawless and RIZE are going to look tonight to really impress and really show what they can do. We're also going to look towards maybe a future style. We're also going to look towards a few other drivers on the grid. Maybe someone throw someone out a wild there. We're going to probably throw out someone like Carson Arnold. Let's see if he can do something tonight. Obviously, Anemic Gurk or Nemic Gurk I've been calling him. I don't know which one to call him, but I do apologise any wrong way, but it's going to be probably Anemic Gurk or Nemic Gurk. I don't know. He's unable to join us tonight, which is a bit of a travesty, but nonetheless we continue, and nonetheless we move on. But let's get into qualifying one, and we'll have some more talk then. Okay then, a few people looking to get out straight away on the grid. Ross Wales, one of them. A lot of people actually trying to prove themselves straight away tonight, just to see what they can do, test themselves, try out the new track. And see what they can do. Carson Arnold leading the charge right now, looking quite fast around that bit of DRS straight there. Maybe some new stuff to see. Vinny Cusin stepping into the reserve seat, I believe, tonight for the McLarens. He's coming on that lap as well. Next we have the Mercedes of RIZE setting out a bit of an early one. So you can see some of the drivers here just trying to get that early out lap straight away, just to really judge the rest of the league, see what they can do, see how well everyone's going tonight, and just to see what they can do overall, really, and then start comparing that with other drivers and look around, see what's happening. But yeah, and then obviously these people that are just staying in now, with a bit of a yellow flag there for Vinny Cusin. No clue why, but we have a few people starting their hot laps right now. Just Tonner and Carson Arnold, and also Vinny Cusin. A few more people starting their hot laps right now, but it's going to really be an eye out to see who can do what they can. Carson Arnold getting a bit of a tow along here. I'm sure he'll be loving that right now. Just on maybe a bit of invalidation there, maybe, or no, just slowing down. No clue why on that one, by the way, but each their own, I guess. No idea, but oh well. So it looks like Carson Arnold right now will go on a bit of a hot lap with him, see if we can go around this corner. It's a very tough corner, this, because you have to ease off the throttle a little bit, go a little bit wide, and it can cause you a lot of time penalties there. Into Maggots and Beckett's now. This is where your low cars will start to slip up here if they go too far on that rumble strip. Bit of a snap there from Carson Arnold, but a good recovery nonetheless. We see him coming down this corner here. He'll be nice and tight here. Move a little bit wide there and shoot down that corner. A lovely demonstration there off Carson Arnold. Okay, he's moving around. You're looking at an average of a 120, 127 here. I'm going to look at maybe saying that's a good average, maybe. A few people, it looks like we've got somebody off by the looks. I think it might be Acer by the looks. A bit of a spin there. Just where I said as well, it's a tough corner to beat that. It's an annoying little bugger that gets you every single time if you're not careful. So, Carson Arnold still leading right now. Irigo just close behind. I don't think many drivers are pushing themselves right now. I don't really know what the mindset is right now, but yeah, no one's been able to beat that 127.6 of Carson Arnold so far, so we'll see. Acer having a bit of struggle here, really, to keep his tires on the track, really. You have to be a bit careful. See, it doesn't look like any wing damage, he's continuing on. Drowsy's setting the fastest lap time in that Ferrari. We have been seeing a lot of goodness off that Ferrari. It's just in the race where everything goes wrong, I guess. But yeah, just as we see now, he's gone wide there a tad bit. But I think that was just to let Acer kindly by, I think. But again, he's just got to be careful in that Ferrari. Bit of bad luck, I guess. But something hopefully should click tonight, maybe. Or oh wow, Vinny Q's in there, 126.9. Very impressive that. You don't really expect anyone to be breaking into those 126s this early into qualifying, and if it's in that early, it just shows you what is going on. And Mr. Theo gone wide there. Oh dear, indeed. That's not a way to start your hot lap at all, or end it. But yeah, hopefully we can see some good stuff Drowsy tonight. Been accusing obviously a good step in for tonight. I don't know if he'll be moving up into Div 1 or staying in Div 2 with me, I don't know. But nonetheless, very impressive of him to go that fast so far. Okay, let's have a look at more people going on to their hot laps right now. Flawless. Coming into Maggots and Beckett's there. You really want to be showing what you can do. He's speeding around that corner. Fastest so far in Sector 2 by the looks of that there. Going purple. It is a tough area to beat Maggots and Beckett's. It will cost you a lot of time that there. If you can nail Maggots and Beckett's, your race pace will shoot up. Maybe even your qualifying pace as well, but you do tend to see a lot of drivers lose their times there. And second fastest with a 127.3 is quite nice to see that. His teammate just starting his hot lap again. Trying to get some practice in, I guess. Mr. Theo just finishing his hot lap with a 127.8. Excuse me, sorry. Can't stay away recently. Oh dear. But yeah, we'll be looking around to see the ins and outs right now of this qualifying. There are a few people, Bucco going into the gravel again. That's a very annoying pesky corner in Sector 1, that. Well, start of Sector 2 realistically, but it's a very pesky corner nonetheless. Ross Wales coming in with a 128.3 so far. Very nice to see. Bit of a yellow flag there for I the Best Don't Mess. in that Ferrari tonight. Just reserving. Okay, we've got a few more people on their hot laps right now. KR12 hasn't set a lap time yet, looks to be doing well. I don't think he'll put out fireworks tonight, but I think he'll try and do something tonight. He really needs to be upping his game realistically and doing well. Overall, after that Azerbaijan win, he's gone a little bit downhill, but tonight could be the night, as he's going fastest in Sector 1 right now, could be the night of his redemption, so to speak. A lot of drivers have had it before, where they just simply lose a bit of momentum. If you can regain that, though, it's one of the toughest things to get back momentum. Because when you're down, everybody's down on you. When you're up there, nobody helps you anyway. So you're always going to be the person recovering from the momentum, and not the person struggling with momentum. Lovely into Maggots and Beckett's there, a nice re-entry into the Beckett's there, and lovely out there on the DRS straight here. It's going a little... Never mind, does it perfectly. Good into that corner there. Good on the brakes, we'll be nice and tight in this final sector here. You want to be pushing it wide a little bit there, and then tight around this corner. Looking a decent time. But an invalidation does put himself down on that one. It looks like he's going to go for a bit of a charge lap here. Can't fault him. Have another go in a minute. Mr. Theo on his in lap as well, after setting a 1:27.333. Quite impressive. But yes. Drowsy on that hot lap right now, trying to recapture some form here, get some practice around here. I'm going to guess on that setup of his, in that Ferrari of his. It's a bit of a pesky car, that one. Lovely in there, though. Castellano, previously the highest, or the quickest person on the grid, now 7th. Looks to recapture that right now and really show the group of Haas who is boss, and try to recover and carry his weight of his teammate with himself. This corner here is such a lovely corner to watch, because you can see most drivers just full throttle it straight through there, and it can be so good to watch because it's always a good area, and it's a good area for fighting straight away in the first parts of the race. And everyone's bunched up close together, you always see somebody who's got a bit more guts and a bit more power than everybody else, and really does try to move around in there and take force. Coming up to a very difficult corner here. You gotta be weird on the throttle here, you gotta like just tap it through, and then full throttle here. Your car does sometimes tend to kick out, it happens, but as long as you can catch it, you're alright. It's when you don't catch it, something goes seriously wrong, and you start to have a taste of gravel in your mouth. Nobody likes the taste of gravel in the mouth. Lovely into Maggots and Beckett's there, just showing some real class there. Fastest in Sector 2 so far, shaving off 2:10 time previously. Could we be looking at a fastest lap here, or is he a little bit wide in that corner there, but not awful. Can he do it round this corner? You want to be aiming fast here. Shaves some time off his time. But does not go fastest overall, but almost guarantees himself into the Q2 group there. Right now, Bucco, Hypnotic, KR12 and ASAP all at risk. But will we see something come out of them? Now, I don't do my predictions ever so often, but I am thinking, oh, Ross Wales eating a bit of gravel there by the looks of it. Tough tricky corner, that one. Into that DRS. Straight. But yes. He's in a bit of a danger zone right now. Not too much, so to say, but still got to keep his feet round him. Hypnotic. I don't make predictions often right now, but I'm thinking something good will come out of him tonight, and we may see a couple fireworks shoot up because he has been doing very well in practice recently on this track, and he's a very good one to race with. So I've got a bit of a problem here, ASAP. And KR12 both letting him past without trouble. See what I mean here? You have to ease off that throttle really and go into a low gear 8 or a high gear 7 there really. Bit shaky and oh, Ross Wales retires from session. I don't know if that was a intentional or unintentional one, honestly. It's a bit of a... may have been intentional and just decided he's believing his lap time is good. Hypnotic coming in with a... I don't really know what type of lap this is. I can't predict, honestly. It's looking pretty good. Will he be able to get anything out of it? 127 here? 127.9. Not bad at all. Pushes Ross 11th. Right now, the man in danger is Bucko, who needs to get on some tyres, some fresh sauce maybe, and just see what he can do and try and improve that time. Not a lot of people out on track right now. This would be a good time to go out if anyone fancied it. Really try and get those late scoreboards in. Acer on his hot lap right now, but has invalidated. This is what I mean. This is why I don't know. You're going to be setting a good lap time straight away, because then if you are going to do something like this where you just, you know, you go out late at the end so no one else can stop you, you want to make sure that you're positive you can do it, because if a track limit takes you out the race, that's not always a good thing to do, especially when you've only not even done a lap yet. But needs to get around this course pretty fast right now, Acer. See what he can do, put some pedal to the metal, so to speak, and then move as fast as he possibly can up that Q1 ladder. Okay then, so look at some hot lapping right now. Hypnotic going in very impressive. 9/10 off a 126.9. Jesus, man alive. That is a very, very fast time and a very good one. Still not able to crack into Vinny Cusin's time, but very little milliseconds off, really. Still quite impressive time to get into that 126 so far. Only another person has done that, and that is the first in first who's just done that. But like I said, there are going to be some fireworks tonight from this man. I think I've got a good prediction going on for him. So to look at some more people right now on their hot laps. Acerp, the one that does need to set a time pretty damn soon, because if you go out on track limits, that'd be very awkward without even setting the time. Here comes Bucko right now on the outlap. He really needs to do something here to crack that just ton of time and that Satan time realistically. Both 129s, not too bad time to beat really. But yeah. Oh, Bucko's invalidated it. That means I don't think that means he's going to be able to get a time, and I don't know how it works, but I'm pretty sure, yeah, that he's invalidated, so that is him out of the race. Acerp coming in with a 128.9 0.4, just knocking Just Honor out of qualifying, but he still does have 1 lap left to go. Will he be able to do it? Just on the move into Maggots and Beckett's right now. He really wants to nail this corner. Not the closest to the curbs there. Can he improve on it though with this DRS straight? Moving in pretty fast into the end of... Oh, Just Honor has just invalidated, and it's straight into the gravel for him. Unlucky, my friend. So that means that Just Honor and Bucko will be saying goodbye to. Satan just makes it in by the by 5/10. Acerp getting a late win, so it's good for the Aston Martin there. They're just going to both sneak in nice and quietly. Ross Wells makes it in, who did retire earlier in the session. Pretty sure that was by choice and not by chance. Oh dear. Just knocking things over on my desk. Okay, that is the end of qualifying 1. We're going to now move into qualifying 2. I'm just going to try and clear up the mess that I just made myself. Note to self, don't stack pint glasses. They do fall over. So we're going to be saying goodbye to Just Honor and Bucko, who will be given a bit of an ultimatum. Really, they get the tyre change, but they don't get to move into Q2. So they could maybe look and going on those hards and just see what they can do from that. But we're going to be seeing some very good people here moving into Q2. I completely was about to say Q3 then, but that's not the qualifying yet. We've got to wait one more round for that. Few people jumping out straight away, not wanting to be held back, and that's quite a lot of people actually. Crikey. We've got a lot of people moving straight away out. Carson Arnold, of course, leading the charge as usual, followed by KR12, who's then followed by Vinny Cusin, who's then followed by both Mercedes. And I believe that's Ross. Yeah, that's Ross Wales in between the two Mercedes sandwich. Then we're looking at going into Infinite, trying to make up for his teammate who previously didn't make it. Both the Alfa Romeos of Mr. Theo and West Ditto. Then the Ferrari of Drowsy. The Williams of Tommy Ladd, and we've just got 3 people right now in the pits. So it's going to be a bit of a packed start to qualifying one, but I wouldn't have it any other way, and I'm sure you guys wouldn't either. So, Hypnotic still sat in that pit right now. But, yeah. Can't focus too much on those Red Bulls. I don't like the engine noise. Bit of a preference from me. Just a bit too loud and squealy. Same with the Ferraris, but Ferrari engine of the Haas, but few people going back into the pits. Vinny Cusin just going back in. I think he's realised he doesn't like those softs maybe, or a bit of a tumble and we didn't notice. Looks to be Ace almost stopping at a point now, but moving to our lead car right now of Cast 9. Got a bit wide there, nothing too much to worry about. Drowsy coming out the pits. Very weird one. His teammate, either best don't mess. On his hot lap. Ah, there we go. Okay then. Castellano coming with a pretty nice corner or two. I have not turned on the camera. Sorry, the times. Castellano with a 1:26.6. Wow! The fastest time overall. If you want to guarantee that you're in Q2, that is how you do it. That's pretty much set a precedent for every other driver here right now. Saying, I'm here, come at me. Obviously Silverstone, just talking on strategy right now, we've got a bit of a minute or two in time while some times are being set. Strategy on Silverstone, I think there's about 26 laps. So those softs are definitely not going to last too long. So he's going to go with the soft, medium, soft, which takes, obviously the Silverstone pit lane, it is one of the longest and it's going to take a lot of time. So a lot of people obviously are going to try and go for that one-stop strategy maybe, or a two-stop, trying to just minimise as many pit stops as they can. You know, don't want to be doing that. But yeah, you want to be trying to minimise your pit stops. So maybe the mediums, maybe a soft, medium, soft for Castellano, or if it can do amazing on those tyre wear, maybe just 10 laps on those softs if he's feeling it, and maybe 15 laps on those mediums, or those hards. It just depends. Those hards are not too bad on this circuit. I've used them before. They're not awful. They're good for the overcut if you want it. Infinite seems to be holding up. I think one of the KR12, I don't know if he's being held up. Oh no, he's letting him pass now. Nice of him, but yeah. So we've not seen anybody yet crack that 1:26 barrier apart from Castellano, obviously setting the fastest lap of qualifying so far. He's going to chill in that pits for a bit. I'm going to guess maybe come out on those medium cell laps, see what he can do, but yeah. A few people there popping out on their hot laps. Satan and Hypnotic Booch both coming out on their hot laps right now. Coming near the end of their out laps right now, both coming to the end. It looks like we have a bit of a spin here from Vinny Cusin. Facing the wrong way. Those softs are not going to be any use to him right now. and going to cause a lot of problems. So I think he'll be jumping straight into those pits and getting on a fresh pair. But right now we're seeing the start of a few hot laps here. Hypnotic and Satan both jumping on their hot laps. Tommy Lad and Drowsy both on the mediums. Using up those mediums a bit much. I wouldn't really. Normally, I would only ever set a lap or two on each of my tyres. As soon as those mediums have been invalidated, 1 or 2 laps, that's me straight away off. I'd not touched them with a 9-foot pole again until the race time comes, and maybe I just start on those softs. But each to their own, I guess. The best don't mess. Also running 2 laps on those softs. Weird choice, I guess. Each to their own again, but yeah. Tommy Lad coming in pretty close then to the back of the best don't mess. Quite a slow pit stop there, and it's not what you want to be doing right now when you're when you're like Tommy Lad and you're 11th. So Satan coming to the end of his hot lap. 1:28.9. Hypnotic way ahead of him, obviously. Cracking that 1:26 barrier with Carson Arnold. This man looks to be doing very well on Silverstone right now. But can he match his race pace for his qualifying pace? I think he can. He's done it before in a few races like this. It just seems if he can do it now, that's all. Just taking good care of those softs right now. You'll be taking as much care as you can of those tyres. You don't want to be doing too fast round corners, doing too tight round corners. You just want to be nice and steady with those softs, keeping that tyre wear to a minimum so you can get the most out of them straight away when the race starts. Few people here switching up their tyres, pitting for some fresh softs there just to go out again, I'm going to guess, and try another lap or 2. Not a lot of people on the mediums, I've noticed. Just Drowsy right now on those mediums, goes 4th fastest with those at 1:27.2. But I wouldn't be going 4 laps on those mediums. They're going to be, especially on qualifying times, they're going to be a little bit hurt them. Ross Wells on our invalidation. Invalidation. First bit, I'm going to guess. Okay, Carson Arnold looks to be trying out some mediums. I'm gonna guess out of a. I'm trying to set a hot lap on those, maybe. Do a couple laps on them, see how good they are. Maybe eyeing them for race pace, maybe, or gonna try and do an actual lap time and start on those start on those mediums, or could be either. Arsenal are doing pretty good on those mediums right now, so it looks like. Oh, invalidation though there. Not the best, but if he's going for a hot lap, he wants to take care of them. But if he's going for the race pace, he may as well just carry on. See what he does. The also decided to come out on a fresh pair of softs. Tommy Ladd's just retired from the session. I don't think that was on purpose. Looks to have crashed out there. Ooh, unlucky for him. That's it. That's him straight away out of qualifying. Can we get the man Ross Wales to see if he's crashed out? Do we get an eye view or not? Or looks to have just lost it on that first bit of straight where Infinite is now. Just lost it there. Crashed out. Obviously, not much you can do about that. It's a tough area, especially if you gonna really feel it though right now, because that's gonna really annoy Tommy Ladd, since he was 10th and he was just in. Ross Wales going on those softs right now, wants to be making sure that he can win this and put himself into Q3. Goes in there, drops a gear. Oh, he's got that low fuel warning on. That means he'll be a lot faster on those corners and stuff. He'll have less weight to carry through. Now pitting on those mediums. Can Ross Wales do anything right now? Plus 0.026 in in there. A little wide there. Not too bad though. Can he do it? Come on, Ross, I believe in you. Full throttle to the floor here. Maybe you can see some new changes here. No, unlucky for him. That is, I don't know how it would work. I think it's Infinite's come in and taken that number 10 spot, knocking Ross pretty much out of qualifying and into qualifying 3. He does not go, unlucky for him. Flawless, setting a nice time there, by the way. We must have just finishing up right now. He's in lap by the looks of that. 126.979. Very good indeed. Now joining the 26 club. Very exclusive. Only 3 people can get into it apparently. Will we see some more shock results here coming out? KR12. Not much to say, but right now we have the cars of Acerp has just crashed out by the looks of it. That's not what you're going to be seeing. Can we get a good view of it in a minute when Westido comes by? Look on the right here, you can see what he's done. Yeah, he just lost on that corner really. Went straight into the into the wall after he lost his footing, and that was it for him really. Infinite right now needs to do something about this time, see if he can improve it at all. I don't think he's going to be able. No, he's not going to be able to. I don't think. He may have got that low fuel warning on. He does. That is on low fuel mode right now. So that means he'll be out of qualifying as well, finishing 11th. Best place to go out at least, because then you know that you've got a decent area and you've got the tyre choice of a fresher option than the guy in front of you. So we'll finish 10th in qualifying, so a bit of a tough time because they're going to use tyres. One man straight behind them's on fresh ones and is raring to go for his spot. That looks to be all the drivers, and that's it. We'll leave you this for a minute. Back in a second. Okay, I'm back, and it looks like Carson Arnold has gone off there, by the way, in Q3. That's going to cost him some serious time there. And I don't think he's going to be too chuffed about that himself, really. It looks to be a regal. Pretty much everyone has gone out right now, straight away trying to get a better qualifying time. And Drowsy going off there into the wall. Ooh, you saw it there from Carson Arnold's perspective. Hits it into Beckett's. Going into Beckett's and just flies off. Okay, R12 setting the fastest time there. Vinny Cusin, second fastest time overall, but goes fastest right now in qualifying 3. Regal coming in with a 1:26.9, improves on his previous time, but it's not fast enough to crack that first spot. Carson Arnold with a 1:56. That's a bit behind the grid, that one, mate. But yeah, Drowsy pitting, obviously having some mechanical issues, causing him to struggle, really. Right now, Carson Arnold, though, does not want to be left behind. Obviously, that invalidation is going to cost him a little bit, but he wants to get around that course as fast as possible. Maybe put on a fresh pair of softs, maybe keep it going. It looks like... Oh! Vinny Cusin's gone off. His time will still count, though. Seizing the exact same thing as Carson Arnold there, gone a bit too wide and buff straight into that wall. That does always happen, and it's not always fun to happen to you. Let's see if we can get another angle here from no. Mr. Theo, though, with the fastest time overall. He saved that one didn't he? Going fastest overall in all sectors there, really proving himself to be a fast driver and deserving in this Div 2 league. So I had a bit of a problem there, Mr. I had the best out mess, going very, very slow in that pit lane. I would not be very happy if I was behind him in the race. Carson Arnold rejoining the pit lane right now and just getting ready to put on a fresh pair of tyres and shoot straight back out, knowing him. But yeah, Mr. Theo, very impressive time, fastest overall we've seen all day, I believe. And a lovely all-round drive there. You guys having a bit of a celebration lap there. So a few people trying to improve their lap times right now. We're going on that in-laps by the looks of it, maybe. Hypnotic. Going on, holding it nice and tight there into a gear. Do that gear transition. Looking quite a nice time, this one from Hypnotic. Doing all the right things there. Looks to have shaven off about 2 to 3 tenths there off of his sector 2 time, so it just means what can he do into this sector 3, and can he be in that 126 club again? Regal and Flawless, both Mercedes twins, going into the 126 club as well, but looks to be going quite fast here and knocks himself into 3rd. Even though Vinny Cusin is out, remember, his lap time still does count, so as long as those mechanics can get his car repaired in time, he's okay to carry on racing. Hopefully, Vinny Cusin, if I was Vinny Cusin right now, I'd be hoping and praying that nobody is able to set a faster lap time than himself. But, yeah. So, can we see anybody else on their lap times right now? KR12 in that first sector scuffle. It's a very weird first sector, honestly, on this track. I'm not a big fan. I actually do prefer Sector 1 to Sector 2. Sector 2 is a really windy and bendy area, and it looks to be a bit of a yellow flag. No, just a drowsy shooting past. So, a few more people setting their hot laps right now, trying to get better and better and better. See, this is the qualifying where you always want to be changing those tyres, going straight back out, changing those tyres, going straight back out, or just putting a bit of extra fuel in, going straight back out and trying to set the best lap time. This is one where you don't quit, you keep moving forward. It's all about this power and pressing on here. Got to be careful with those tyres though, you don't want to be losing anything here. And I think Castellano has just lost it again. He has. You got a feel for him here, really. The man who has done very well in each qualifying, maybe finishing 10th right now on the grid. Needs to make sure that those tyres are rested and he can shoot straight back out on those fresh. They are fresh tyres, but they may have a couple flat spots in them now, I think, after the bit of spin he took. I'm hoping to see something good out of him now. Hopefully, if he's going out again. But here the rain is starting to come in, by the way, folks. So Mr. Theo is going to have a real big pot luck here. He's going to be feeling really chuffed with himself because rain's nothing awful here. It's going to slow you down a bit, but it's not, apart from that, it's not going to do much until it gets a little bit heavier. We may be having a rainy race today, and if it's a rainy race in Silverstone, we all know it's going to be a fun one. So you can see in a few areas now it's starting to pile up the water, but in some areas it's just dry the bones. So it's all about right now. He really needs to make sure that this corner and this time is the very best he can put out right now. He wants to try and get anywhere near those Mercedes right now because he needs to bring home the bacon right now. He's looking to have shaved off quite a bit of time there. Anyway, for any other person who shaves 28 seconds off, it'd be quite outstanding. But for Castellano, it's not unnormal to be seeing that right now. It's not going to be a fast time. That's obviously in the rain. It's going to tend to harm your stuff. Going 7th though, knocking off. Looks like somebody has gone off. I think it actually is. It is the race leader, Mr. Theo. That rain is coming down a little bit harder now. So if this keeps up, it may be a rainy race. Looks like Castellano's not giving up. Never mind. So right now we know for a fact that KR12, Infinite and I The Best Don't Mess are finishing in 8th, 9th and 10th. Not awful at all, but just not the best they could do. A lot of people broke into the 126s right now, the whole top 5 did actually. Obviously Mr. Theo coming out on top with that, a very impressive time of a 126.392. Quite good to see. Vinny Cusin crashing out, still setting a good lap time that nobody could beat, so he's still on that front row right now, and those mechanics are obviously working very hard for that McLaren. So get ready for the race as it comes in then. Castellano going to be pitting. So right now we're just waiting on Castellano to finish everything up, and then we're moving on to the race. Okay then, we are going into the formation lap. Mr. Theo and everything, of course. That's that's not stuff you get on every day, folks. So we got a few people here joining a little bit late. Seated Prune, obviously in the Aston Martin technically, but just running at McLaren while no one's there. Joining a little bit late here, coming at the back of the grid, but still hoping to try and get some points maybe for that Aston Martin team. We don't know though. But yeah. And we have, so we'll go off the start, Mr. Theo and Vinny Cusin, both on the mediums right now, looking to go a bit longer than both of Hypnotic and Irigo Flawless. Drowsy also coming in with those mediums, but he used his mediums quite a lot on track, I'm pretty sure. So they may be a little bit more worn down than everybody else's, but we don't complain here, we don't carry on. But Carson Arnold coming in, he's hoping to scout some positions off some other people there. After that rainy qualifying, we saw from him he wasn't able to really nail down that last that last qualifying, and just end up 7th. So he's going to struggle a little bit and hopes to get a bit of a good start there from the start line. Oh, obviously it's the start line time. Jesus Christ. So, looking at Hypnotic here, he looks to have a bit of a one-stop plan going here, from softs to hard or medium. That's going to be very, very difficult. Honestly, I don't think I could be able to do that. And again, it's not as if I'm amazing, but it's still quite a difficult task to do, to go from softs to either of those. I would probably look at going from a soft to a medium to maybe another soft, or medium to hard. Those two are normally the best options. Soft, or medium to hard, you know what we'll be looking at, but anything can go wrong, so it's always good to adapt. Okay then, let's have a look. Try and get a good view here of the start line. We'll go with, yeah, I think Vinny Cusin gives us the best view of the points of the traffic light. Okay then. Just waiting right now. Don't know why we're waiting, but okay. It's a weird one, this one. It's not happened to me before. I don't know what's going on right now. This is a bit of a weird one. So the late joiner obviously to prune looks to be causing some problems with the connection and everything. Okay, so I have to wait maybe a little bit of a... Okay, here we go. And we're racing, folks. Oh, and we're off. Bit of a good start there. Here we go. This is going to be a tough one here. Already some big takeovers there. Driving up and Castanano battling there straight away. And we've got a few people flying off the course there. Whoa, a lot of people there just flying straight off. Tommy Ladd, Westito, Drowsy, Acerp, Vinny Cusin, all spinning out and having some serious problems there. Proceeded Prune's AI there really made his move up there. And instantaneously, we've got a safety car. So what in the world just happened there then? So it looks like I the best don't mess. No, it was where's he gone? Mr. Theo had a serious problem there, maybe spun or something. And that caused some problems. So it looks like the problems were brought on by Westito, who crashed into people, and then the carnage just ensued from there. It looks like we have Satan, bit of with no wing left. Cusin seems okay. So do the other people, but we don't know yet until they go for the pits. But what a start to the race! That was a very bad thing there. Castanano looks to have got a bit of wing damage there, maybe. Or he could be pitting for some fresher tyres, maybe the hard's coming on, or... We just don't know yet, but we'll see in a few seconds. A lot of people hopping into the pits there that have maybe got a bit of wing damage. The thing's messing around again, the pit lane. So we've got Ross Wales, Irigal... Just give it a minute to figure itself out. Castanano jumping onto those mediums by the looks of it, not actually changing his front wing, just going for that change and going straight away, I think. Infinite, Ross Wales, Satan, and Irigal all popping in for changes of front wings. That also includes Vinny Cusin. So not the best start for a few people then, but for other people like, oh god, the scoreboard's bloody messed up. So right now in first place we do have Hypnotic, followed by Flawless, then KR12, I the best don't mess, Seated Prune, who has got a penalty by the looks of it. Let's have a look at the penalty that is. 10 seconds in penalties from Mr. Theo. And Proceeded Prune, I think there may have been a bit of a collision there or something, maybe. We don't know though. So I'm guessing they're going to try and get themselves moved. It's starting to sort itself out now, the scoreboard. There we go. The scoreboard has sorted itself out. A weird one. So we have Hypnotic, Flawless, KR12, I the best don't mess, Seated Prune in the top 5. In the top, and from 6th to 10th we have Just Tonner, Mr. Theo, Drowsy, Acer, and Carson Arnold. Carson Arnold rocking those hards straight away. Seated Prune, ignored a yellow flag there by the looks of it and taken over somebody. Actually, now going to be another 5 seconds added to his time. That's 15 seconds of him so far. Mr. Theo jumping into the pits. It's going to cost him a lot of time. That should have realistically pit the first lap, but oh well. Is it for a new front wing? Maybe he's bumped into the back of another driver there and it's cost him it. It looks to have. He's going to go on those, get rid of that 5 second time penalty straight away. And get on those softs. So we only have 3 drivers right now on the hards. Infinite, Bucko and Carson Arnold. If they're going to try and go for a bit of a long run maybe, try and push them for a while. If I was starting outside of the top 10, I would definitely be banging on the hards straight away. Just see what you can do, and then maybe go for a soft compound, or maybe a medium. Sorry, then go to the medium end, or maybe start on the mediums and go for soft, or start on the softs, go for soft mediums. There's so many possibilities you can do. Collision with Bucko and Infinite. It looks to have Infinite's been tapped up the backside by Bucko. So it looks like West Ditto did have a bit of a problem. He was battling with somebody, tapped the side of them, and that caused the whole collision thing to break out, but not the best idea to do realistically. Mr. Theo speeding around to catch up with the rest of the group. He's now caught up with them. And I think maybe he and safety car is in this lap. Just Bucko flying off there for some reason. He's giving away another position, but where to do? Ross Wells got a bit of improvement there. Nice to see that happening. But yeah, a few people got them nice and a few people who were not in the top 10 originally have now made their way and seeped into that top 10. But yeah, here we go. We're about to hit that race. Hypnotic now leads. And off we go again. We're back to racing here. Hypnotic taking a serious punch into the lead there. See, this is what Hypnotic needs right now. He needs to really be getting as much power as he can around there. Faceta Prune all over the back of either Best Don't Mess. And it looks like the Mercedes and the Mercedes Flawless and KR12 have a bit of a battle here. Ross Wells crashing out there. Oh dear indeed. It looks like a bit of a collision there with I the Best Don't Mess. Oh dear indeed. Still racing though, so don't know why. Yep, KR12 are still having a really good fight here to watch with Flawless. You really want to see who can come out the side of this. Both on softs, both haven't pitted yet for the after the safety car. Looks to be the Mercedes edging through. Oh, that looks to be a bit of a bump there, causing some problems there. Faceta Prune just slipping through. And Infinite's crashed out now. Obviously losing it in that sector 2 bit. We're unable to get a bit of a camber on there. Mr. Theo all over the back of Iregal here. He's going to go for the move here. Can he do it? He has the time and takes the position. And he cues him battling here with Satan after that poor start. He was second on the grid. Carson Arnold having to pit again. I think he may have had some collisions there. Not nice to see it at all. So we're going to move here and have a look at Satan here, who's chasing the back of his teammate there, Acerp. Got a bit of wide. Oh, Acerp having a bit of a problem here, having a bit of a drift. Can he correct in time? No! Goes straight into the wall. Oh dear indeed. That's going to cost him a lot of time and a new front wing indeed. Okay. Looks like the closest people right now are Mr. Theo and Vinny Cusin. Two of the, well, it's first and second battling here right now. Mr. Theo in first place originally had that problem, spun out by the looks of it, and Vinny Cusin was second on the grid, had a bit of a problem as well and spun out on the grid. But this looks to be Faceta Prune trying to go over the back of KR12, and KR12's playing a bit aggressive there. But Faceta Prune gets the elbows out and really shows the way around. Satan on the back of Just Honor here. Just Honor still with him though. Doesn't want to give up that spot, but does have to succeed it. Regal slipping down a few places. Faceta Prune and KR12 both having a bit of a battle here. Faceta Prune obviously on a bit of a time penalty there. Hypnotic just staying out nice in front, keeping his distance and well out in front of everybody else. Really good to see. So both McLarens now in 4th and 5th. Faceta Prune still battling with KR12. Doesn't want to be on left out in that podium position. Okay. This fight's starting to be a bit of a dwindle off realistically. The grid is starting to spread around a little bit. Obviously, Ace up in the pit lane right now. Castellano back out on those softs. Infinite obviously crashing out earlier. A few people crashing out. It's not a good way to go out, honestly. Crashing. No one likes to go out that way. Acer coming out on those hard tyres, trying to go for a bit of an overcut there by the looks, but then to catch up to people when they pit. Hypnotic still leading now and starting to increase that by a landmine. Sorry, by a land mile. Mr. Theo and Satan. Mr. Theo starting to push himself up along with Vinny Cusan. Mr. Theo's at the fastest time overall. You can really see he's coming for it. Just on it, dropping into the pit lane by the looks of it after a bit of a front wing damage, I think. That's going to be good news for people like Carson Arnold and Bucko and Acerp there. But, crikey, Hypnotic leading now by 5 seconds to the nearest person behind him. You've really got to be thinking right now that this race is his for the taking. As long as he plays it well, takes care of those tyres and just overall does well, and looks like I've got a bit of a spin there from Bucko in sector 3. Ace going to be creeping up behind him, that's going to be good news for him. Dropping back a little bit for that safety car. No one's crashed out, so then that might just be for just Bucko then maybe. Safety car has been released, so may have been a collision somewhere. It's cost someone's front wing to go by. I'm not seeing any front wings though that have... Just Tonner's going very slowly. Safety car's chasing him down right now by the looks of it. Yeah, no idea why safety car's out, but oh well. I've got a minute to have a look at the penalties and see Prune really racking them up right now. On 15 seconds, it looks to be almost every single person jumping into that pit lane. I would not want to be Vinny Cusan right now, jumping into the pit lane, because City Prune's going to have 5 seconds off his... Well, he'll have to wait 5 seconds in that pit lane while he works, and then some more while he has to get his changed all over. As you can see here, they're not able to activate anything yet, and it looks to just be a tyre change right now on those hards. But still annoying nonetheless, since he's having to wait behind his teammate. Who's not actually even in his teammate right now. Well, Mr. Theo staying out on those softs right now. Bucko being given a 3-second time penalty. Mr. Theo obviously pitted a little bit earlier, 4 laps ago actually to be precise, so did Regal. So they're not really going to be feeling the effects of tyre wear right now, since both of those were on the safety car. But as we can see right now, the hard tyre has become a bit more of an equivalent tyre to go on to. Everyone's choosing it right now. Trying to go for that bit of a long overcut where they can just maybe go on to lap 20 or something maybe. Well, obviously lap 20, but yeah, that's only 12 laps away, but... Just trying to push those tyres for as long as they can go. Maybe put on the soft near the late end of it and just see what they can do. But then again, with the safety car, that should be an easier version of tyre wear, so I'm not going to have to worry too much about it, so people like Mr. Theo can go onto the mediums realistically, as long as they play their cards right. Maybe they go another 8 laps or so. It's going to be quite tough on those softs, but with the safety car out, the tyre wear should be minimised quite well. Maybe 2% at most per lap. Not even that. Just Tonner being given a 3-second warning. Sorry, 3-second time penalty for speeding out of corner cutting. See, in safety car situations like this, you just got to avoid those corners at all costs. Just go around nice and wide. Keep it. You can keep your speed and everything through those. Just try and avoid those corners because you don't want to be getting penalties, especially in the safety car. It's not really good to be getting safety cars there, as they get penalties there in the safety car set areas. So Hypnotic Booch obviously falling back to pit, still though in a provisional first place though right now, net 1 right now, seeing as Iregal and Mr. Theo will both have to pit sooner than Hypnotic as long as things go okay. But what a start to the race so far we've had, only 9 laps in and we already have 5 drivers, I can't count, 5 drivers that are unable to participate anymore, and a bit of an unlucky one for Mr. Tommy Ladd and West Ditto, both at first straight away, but yeah, it's not fun to have always. Okay, and safety car is in this lap, so we will be seeing some goodness to see. Okay, and we're racing again. Mr. Theo having a bit of a brilliant start off there. Getting a nice good second in between Iregal and himself. Hypnotic straight all over the back, and KR12 straight away pushing for flawless area. Gone a bit wide there on those hards. And he's going to have to fight off flawless here. They're still pushing. Going to have to try that ERS here. They seated Prune in the wings, waiting for any of these two to mess up, really. He's going to have to get his elbows out here and force Flawless to go a little bit wider than he wants to. But then Flawless gets the advantage here on the inside bit, giving him the chance here. Bucko making himself through there and knocking out Just Tonner. Oh, Hayfear is not doing well to me right now. Seated Prune really pushing on Flawless right now. You don't want him activating the ERS right now. You want to just let him have that bit of start there. Give him time on that safety car out again. Don't know why it's coming out again though. I don't see any reason to. This is a weird scenario. more people popping into the pit lane by the looks of it now. Regal gonna get rid of those 8-lap-old mediums. Mr. Theo's still out again. Guess he's just trying to push those softs a bit more, but I would be pitting straight away. Regal, Carson Arnold, Satan, weirdly going in, even though just Tana are drowsy. I guess maybe we're gonna go into the mediums maybe and just go for a long run, or they've had some problem with their front wings. Drowsy having front wing problems, obviously. Just Tana's going to try and get rid of those lap times, I guess, and Carson Arnold going straight on those mediums. Maybe you can get them to push a few more laps. But I don't understand Mr. Theo's reasoning here. He's had the chance to go off those old softs, those 7-lap-old softs. Would choose to stay on them. I guess he's not done a lot of laps on them realistically, because he's done them all mostly on safety cars. But yeah, it's a weird thing to come out. Booker obviously crashing out right now in laps on 13. 13th person to go out, but yep. Okay, well, we've got a bit of a minute. We'll have a look at the penalties right now people are facing. So Mr. Theo right now on 5 seconds. We have then Prune on 15, Satan on 3, and Just Tonner on 6. There's not really much to say right now, so I'm going to be nice and quiet and move around. Hypnotic doing pretty good, by the way. It's realistically his race for the taking right now. You could probably see him maybe either going all the way on those mediums, or maybe looking to pit later on, maybe lose a position or two, but still, with all these safety cars right now, I think he'll be alright. Not really having to worry too much about anything else. Okay, safety car in this lap. Mr. Theo having another impressive lead, knocking it away from Hypnotic this time. Mr. Theo still proving that those softs can still go the mile. Hypnotic starting to gain some time there over those corners. So those softs may actually be a little bit cooked there. But you still want to be pushing those softs right now. You don't want to be pitting until like a few more laps in, when you maybe could go, like I said, onto those mediums at lap 16. With everything going on right now, you really would expect them to be going on at lap 16. Bit of a lock up there by the sounds of that one. But not really much to say right now. The Flawless closing in on Acerp there. He's going to really want to have a good exit here to get something out of it. And he's moving forward.
Obviously, Vinny Cusin and Vasily Prun are not actually teammates, but rivals technically. Vasily Prun is in the McLaren, but should actually be in the Aston Martin. Obviously, joining late cost him to go in the other one, but they're still going to have a good old duke out here. And he's not going to let anything have his teammate. And another safety car. Why, we don't know. This is questionable now. Maybe some sort of glitch going on or something where safety car glitch, I don't know. But it's truly questionable nonetheless. Okay, Flawless pitting for another pair of mediums there. Just going to try and push those to the end right now with all these safety cars, I won't be surprised. Mr. Theo, I would be looking at pitting right now, bang on a pair of mediums. Okay, safety car is in this lap. Back in a second real quick. I am terribly sorry for the wait and everything that I had to quickly jump out. And another safety car as they come out now. Hypnotic, Just Tonner and Mr. Theo all jumping onto the softs now. Realising that it can't get any worse than this. Honestly, I would have just stayed on the hards since there's so many safety cars. But here we go. Arrigo has been punished for a severe collision with Drowsy. I'm going to guess that Drowsy getting a final penalty for it as well. That'll be removed, I'm going to guess, later. Safety car in this lap, people. Will it be the end of the safety cars, or will we have to go a few more rounds with it? Okay, so we're going to go with the head right now. Seated Prune, who I believe is on 15 seconds of penalty, so it's going to be up to his teammate, well, teammate air quotes, to him with banging on those 10-lap-old hards. They will maybe be starting to break away. Start to look at the back here, and most of the moves are going to be made. Carson Arnold, never mind, all over the back of Irregal and goes through with a lovely move there. Straight through KR12 and Irregal. Back to battling another Mercedes. It's KR12 this time though of Irregal and not of Flawless. KR12 starting to make his move through. Irregal just has to seed through. Obviously, Carson Arnold doing the busy work for KR12 and KR12 just slips through afterwards. That gap was made by Carson Arnold, but KR12 just slips through lovely. Mr. Theo all over the back of Just Tonner, and Just Tonner is having to cede that position. And another safety car is out. Oh god, folks. This is not what you want to be seeing.
Well, I hope no one had anything else planned after this night, because it's going to be a very boring one. I honestly don't know why this is going on, but don't know. Safety car for another lap again. We're going to be Satan's having a 5-second penalty added for a collision with Flawless. So a lot of people right now on 5-second penalties. So right now, I believe if we had a look, that will do not interval, we'll do gap to the leader. So we're looking around. Carson Arnold would probably be looking at second place. Vinny Cusin will probably getting first. Next person would probably go along to Hypnotic at third, maybe. But I'm going to guess the safety car will be in this lap again, and we'll have 3 good laps of racing, maybe. But you know what I mean. It doesn't always happen like that. Okay, safety car looks to be coming in this end of the lap. We will be having a few laps at least of pure racing. Hypnotic sliding up the ladder. I'm guessing somebody slipped back maybe or something, and he just slid through and overtook. But the leader is pushing off straight away.
Satan's going to be caught out of that one. Mr. Theo has now had a 3-second time penalty, so he's going to be out of the push really. He's going to break here nice and tightly. Satan's gaining away from him, but he's lost it on the course. Satan goes straight and saves it luckily. Hypnotic moving through the ranks here. Can he make up any lost time here? Carson Arnold pushing for that that second place position right now as it stands. Can he catch up to Vinny Cusin, who's going to be on the first place? You can see here from the tyres, a lot of people on those. Hypnotic does not want to be left behind right now. He's still there. We do have 4 good laps right now. Sorry, 5 including this one. But 4 good laps, I'd say, realistically, because then everyone's going to start catching up to one another. Those hards are dropping off very fast. Hypnotic's going for it. Carson Arnold's going for it also. And Carson Arnold's done it against Drowsy. Can Hypnotic do it against Flawless? He's looking on the outside here to take it over. He goes onto the inside, switches it up, and moves in, takes the inside lane, knocks that front wing though, I think. That could cost him then, maybe. Bit of a hold up there from Flawless. Good defending, but he's not going to be able to do it on the straight though. Hypnotic lets him pass one more time. This DRS straight coming up. I think DRS has been activated. I don't know though. Flawless has less ERS right now, so Hypnotic coming in at a speed here, moving up fast. Carson Arnold all over the back of City Prune. He wants that first place spot right now. He needs to carry himself through and get the win for the Haas team. Both of them activate, Carson Arnold activating ERS, taking the inside lane. He's moving through, but City Prune knocks the side of him. And now all that's left is Vinny Cusin in his way. Vinny Cusin has got penalties as well, 3-second penalties. So right now as it stands, Carson Arnold is winning. Can he carry on with this though? Hypnotic moving up and passing Flawless there. He's got a bit of a distance between him and himself. Irigo, Rousey fighting, and KR12 moving in here, trying to just slip into the cracks. Ooh! Gone a bit too hard there on Drowsy. Drowsy got a bit too hard onto the front, onto the back of City Prune. KR12 slipping in beautifully there with that takeover. Looked to have a bit of a spin though by the looks of it. Mr. Theo finally crashing out, and Satan spinning a while around now. Vinny Cusin still losing time to Carson Arnold, but will he be able to hold on for 3 laps? Hypnotic starting to move up the ranks again. Drowsy is very, very tight with Seated Prune. He makes the move on the inside lane, and he takes it. KR12 is now exposed. KR12 has a lot less DRS. He's almost only a quarter left, whereas Drowsy has 3/4. Will that become a big power play? It looks to be. Hypnotic closing down a country mile on Faceta Prune. Irigo obviously going through and taking his position. Irigo both have DRS. Irigo's on the barely younger tyre, but both are going to be very worn nonetheless, whereas Hypnotic sliding on the inside here realises his chance. I'm going to give a guess here, taking that chance of potential really. Rousey still fighting. Hypnotic moving up there past Faceta Prune. Irigo's exposed. Irigo's not close enough to the person in front of him to have DRS, so he's going to be exposed completely once DRS happens. But is Hypnotic going to wait for that long though? That's the question. Irigo's having some good defence before. They had this before though, didn't they, with Flawless was defending. Both Mercedes twins are good at defending. He's going to have ERS now, and DRS and a lovely takeover there to give Hypnotic 5th place, and that puts him right now at a lovely position to take second place, I believe. Or third. KR12 and Drowsy having a good bout here. KR12 is almost out of that ERS. Drowsy realises this now with the red light flashing. That's going to be some blood in the water pretty much. The same sort of instance in these last few laps. Can KR12 hold on to this third spot? It may not even be third, but it's right now what he needs. Drowsy being held up. He's got that DRS in him now. He's activating that ERS. He's got the streamline. He's got the toe. He's going to be pulling through here. Lovely, and that's definitely going to be a good position through there and an easy take over there. KR12 still pushing though. He still wants that position back. Hypnotic, obviously seeing this right now, can smell blood in the water from both of these two. Bit of contact is being made here. It is the last lap right now. KR12 goes off. Sliding round and is instantly put out of his way. Drowsy is now exposed. Hypnotic making a wonderful recovery here. Drowsy's still got a lot more ERS though than Hypnotic, but Hypnotic has DRS, and this last lap is all he needs, Hypnotic, to break that second place spot. But can he do it? Right now he's just under 3 seconds. Vinny Cusin would be coming third right now. Carson Arnold first and Hypnotic second. Those two battling out. Carson Arnold wants this first place finish. He doesn't care that he's going to get given it. He wants to have it in his hands so he can say that he beat Vinny Cusin fair and square. Very impressive to go Silverstone with not a single penalty though, might I add. He got DRS and ERS activated, but does he have enough time? Does he have enough track? He's going to be squeezed out here. That's going to leave him nice, good corner. He needs to nail this last corner here, or else it's all over here. He's going to be a little bit late on the brakes, pushes the inside lane. Vinny Cusin messes up there. He's going to take the inside lane here, moving forward. And that is the first place given. Carson Arnold first. Hypnotic second, with the fastest lap overall. Vinny Cusin third. Lovely to see it. Drowsy fourth. A regal fifth. That is the race, folks, and a lovely one to see. We had a lot of highs and lows there. Hypnotic starting where he finishes. Not a lot of people are going to be happy with that result, and not a lot of people are going to be happy overall. Well, that was a very impressive race there, and I do say so myself that that one was a good one to watch. A lot of people crashing out there, obviously. That start was one of the worst starts we have seen so far, but it wasn't going to put any of these racers down. They all made their moves. Tough game for Mr. Theo. After all that, it's just not going to be a very happy day for him. But Carson Arnold's got to have points to him. 3 stops, 7th on the grid, and takes first place with 0 penalties, including Hypnotic. Started 3rd on the grid and finished 2nd. Both of them done very well for themselves. Okay then, folks, that has been the race. I have been R8 Storm.